So welcome. I'm so grateful that you're here tonight to discover a little bit more about the doTERRA business opportunity, or the sharing opportunity, an opportunity to earn income. It's whatever you want it to be. We have such a flexibility in what we do. There are people of all walks of life doing doTERRA as some sort of business. 85% of our people are just happy customers month after month. 15% of people do some aspect of the business, and then about 5% of, well, the 15%, 5 of those do the business like full on or pretty full time. So I'm one of those people. My name's Wendy Kohler. I've been doing doTERRA as a customer and as a business for 3 years now. I just had my anniversary and I got my free peppermint oil as I renewed my account. And it's been a pleasure. In the beginning, I never thought I would do this as a business whatsoever. I was one of those people who said, no, I'm just good. I just want my home essentials kit. I probably won't even purchase again. And we saw the results of doTERRA so quickly in my household that being in healthcare, my background, I'm a physiotherapist. I went to school for 7 years. I have my doctorate degree. So I have a huge health background, and I could immediately see how these tools were going to impact people in a way that I couldn't necessarily impact them in a hospital basis. So my goal in life is always to help people to prevent stuff. Like, if we're using Tylenol every day for a headache, maybe 1 to 2 Tylenol a day, that's 300 to 600 to 700 a year, right? So Tylenol and other over-the-counter medications, those accumulate in your liver. They have all kinds of side effects. So if I can provide someone that simple solution of a drop of peppermint for their headache, then that's way better than the long-term effects. So I got started because my husband was experiencing some eczema in his hands. And when we started using the doTERRA lavender versus the health food store one, we immediately saw a difference in his hands, in his allergies. For me, I was using them for stress, and I had some hair loss issues that I can maybe discuss at the end. Those are my 2 kids, Lauren and Sierra. They're 7 and 9, and they use oils every single day. And that is my husband, Sean, who's a chiropractor here in Barrie. So what I'd love for you to do is just set your intentions. Write in the chat box, why are you here today? What do you want to learn? What do you want to leave today knowing? And how do you want to leave this evening feeling? What are some things that made you curious about attending our workshop tonight? I'm hoping that it'll be 30, 35 minutes, depending on questions. And what do you want to know the most? What's your burning question? Sharing comes naturally to all of us, and many people, the majority of people who do doTERRA as a business are women, and we always share. That's how most of us got here, because we found a solution that worked for us and we wanted to share that with other people. And we do that all the time, don't we? We do that when it's a sale at Costco. We do that when we see yoga pants somewhere, or like a Black Friday sale that just happened. So sharing comes naturally to us. Typically, women are very caring people, and when we find something, we love sharing it. Essential oils can be exactly like that. So why share doTERRA? Well, many people choose different reasons to share. Some, it's to empower others. So when we host a class or teach other people about doTERRA or about the essential oils and help them find natural solutions, we're actually empowering them to improve their health. Another reason might be to earn rewards. So when we share essential oils, we earn, like this month, we have that promotion where we can earn 50 points for each person that we share with. But we also have the opportunity to earn free products and earn commission for helping people get started, in addition to any promotion that doTERRA has. And then a third reason would be to create income. Creating income or building a financial pipeline is a very valuable thing. What we'll talk about in a minute is hauling buckets, and how most of us are doing that in our lives. So doing a doTERRA business can help you create income at whatever level, commensurate with how much work you put in, basically. So I want you to think about these questions here, these areas. What would make the biggest impact in your life right now and maybe for the next 3 to 5 years? Okay, so is it earning more? Do you want to become debt-free? Check that box. Would you like a generous savings account? Would you like financial freedom down the road? Would you like to be able to give more or give more to charity? Do you want to work smarter? Is time freedom a goal for you? Do you want to be able to just stay home with your kids when they're sick and not lose money if you don't get sick pay? Would you like to build your dreams instead of somebody else's if it's a company that you're working for? Would you like to work smarter and improve yourself? doTERRA is really a personal development journey. I mean, deep down, I'm the same person I was when I got started, but now I've just unleashed so much of a better version of myself and continue to do that and talk to anyone in doTERRA, and that is the exact same thing they will say to you. So we're on a constant quest to improve ourselves, improve our families, improve our lives, and by ripple effect, that improves the lives of people around us. And then working smarter. Are we financial planning, and are we prepared for retirement? I can't even remember the statistics, but most people after they retire have to go back to work because they cannot afford to stay just retired and earn whatever the Canada pension plan is, which is really dismal. And then what would make a biggest impact in your life? Are you doing what you love? Do you love to travel, but really you don't get any vacation time? Do you love learning more? Do you want to provide service? Do you love spending time with family? So what of these 3 areas, and there may be multiple, can make the biggest impact in your life or how you see it? So Carrie's, I'm just reading in the chat box here. Been a customer for 2 years and I feel drawn to this company because I truly believe in alternative options for health and wellness. Thank you, Carrie. Education backgrounds, also health and physical activity. For my 2 girls, natural choices are paramount. Totally. And yes, you can choose all of the above. So many of these things were impactful for me. And as my journey continues, and I know many of you watch what's going on in our doTERRA world. And, I just got back from a service trip to Guatemala. I never would have gone there before. First of all, I never would have had the vacation time or been approved. And that was one of the deciding factors for me when I chose to leave my very well-paying career as a physiotherapist. So do you need a financial pipeline? Well, I would argue that everyone does, because the government is not going to pay for our retirement by the time we all get there. doTERRA is a place where you can create freedom that most people only dream of. Many people spend their lives trading hours for dollars with no end in sight, never having the freedom to pursue their true passion and purpose. Create a different story with doTERRA. And we love this analogy of hauling buckets. And I was a bucket hauler. I made decent money with each bucket, but I was still only hauling buckets, trading dollars for hours. I had reached my maximum capacity for what I could earn as a physiotherapist, and I was high up in the seniority, and there was really no shot of me ever earning more, and that's 10 years into my career. So I love this story. There was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day he hauled water from the nearest water source to his village, miles away. Because everyone needed water, he always sold out. If he wanted to make more money, he would simply work more hours hauling more buckets. After many years, he grew weary of hauling buckets, and probably his body was breaking down too. If you're in a physical job, you know this. Then inspiration came. If he used his spare time to build a pipeline, eventually he would be free from hauling buckets. So he labored diligently for a few years to build his pipeline. The day he turned on the spigot, I love that word, everything changed. He had created an unlimited supply of water for his village and a financial pipeline that continued to provide him abundance for years to come. So he used his spare time to create something larger, something that was going to pay back on an ongoing basis. So the question becomes, are you hauling buckets or are you building a pipeline? And I was most certainly hauling buckets. And if you're a dollars per hours, or if you have a brick and mortar business where you have to be attached to it and always working, you are a bucket hauling individual, and that's okay, but you're probably here today because you're looking for something a little bit more, or maybe your eyes have been open to the potential and possibility. So you can create a different story for yourself and so many others. I have the blessed opportunity to help so many other people create this same thing. And it is wild and massive when you look at the whole ripple effect. With doTERRA, you can achieve financial freedom as you share simple, safe, empowering natural solutions with those that you care about. As you grow your pipeline, other lives are lifted. doTERRA creates partnerships with growers around the world, and I've met these growers, at least for cardamom, nurturing developing economies and preserving agricultural traditions. Entire regions and cultures are impacted because you share health and hope. And that is like the understatement of the century. To be on the ground in Guatemala, watching how the cardamom industry and those farmers and communities have, what doTERRA has done there has made a massive effect for generations to come. It's massive just because of the way we do this business in these developing countries and the way we partner. The time to start your pipeline is now. It's always now. In fact, it's kind of like yesterday, but you can't start yesterday. You don't want to start a month from now, 10 months from now, oh, next year, oh, in the new year. We're always pushing off things that are worthwhile just because maybe they're a little bit challenging or daunting or we don't know what to do. So when you dedicate your time and resources to building a pipeline in doTERRA, the results are far and lasting. Your pipeline will provide well-being and freedom to your home, to communities, and to generations. I love I love that analogy. It's so good. So why might you partner with doTERRA? Like why did I choose this company over some other essential oil companies or other direct sales companies, maybe natural health, or maybe they're selling shakes or I don't know, pizza stones, but doTERRA is effective, proven, and so caring. So our effectiveness, our oils are the most tested and most trusted. We have the most research and health partnerships there is. We have over 120 partnerships with health organizations, hospitals, and research institutions because our product is consistent, has the highest quality, and the most testing. So that CPTG brand, that's the real deal. doTERRA created this standard because there was no standard in the industry before we got here. None. And if you have friends who are getting oils somewhere else, you're clearly not, but if you do, ask them to go on that company's website and see where do they source them? What is their testing? If they just say, we test our oils, well, where is the proof? And this is a huge part of what sets us apart. Because we're that good at that, the effectiveness is high. And because of the doTERRA difference with the way our oils work, we have an enormous retention rate. So most direct sales companies, all those companies where people are working from home have an 8 to 13% retention rate. So what does that mean on a month-to-month basis? That means that every month they need to regenerate 92% of their income. So they're always turning people over. doTERRA has a 65, it's actually up to 75%, like that range, retention rate. So month after month, 65 to 75% of people continue to purchase our oils and our products because they work. They work. And people notice a health difference. They want to save, they want to use the loyalty program, and they can make massive health changes with our lifelong vitality. So the typical direct sales company leads with the business opportunity, like sell. doTERRA is a customer-centered, heart-centered company. Most direct sales companies depend on the business opportunity, where not a lot of people are actually making much money, and they sell the opportunity. They don't have that commodity, the product that people are using on an ongoing basis. And you know yourselves, if you're using lavender every single day in your diffuser, 4 to 5 drops at night, maybe 4 to 6, you're going to run out of lavender. And if this is the thing that's helping you and your children sleep, you're going to need to buy more. So that's why our products, part of why we have such a great retention rate. doTERRA is an authentic direct selling company. We lead with powerful products. We sell the products regardless of the opportunity. So feel free to comment in the comment box if you feel this as well. If there was no business opportunity for me here at doTERRA, I would still buy the products. In fact, I have zero clue how I would now live life without essential oils. No idea how I'd travel without them. No idea how I deal with the everyday things as well as my long-term health and wellness. And then we share a wellness lifestyle. We can really make a change with the lifestyle that we promote. doTERRA is a proven company. Our growth has been, the only other company that matches or leads the way just above doTERRA is Apple. with the growth curve that we experienced in doTERRA. So in 7 years, and now we're at 10 years, and we're now nearly a $2 billion a year company. Yeah, it's a big deal. We've been named the largest essential oil company in the world, so we've well surpassed the other company that's been around for 20 years. Right now, we're almost at 7 million wellness advocates around the world. We're in 110 countries at least. That number might be a little bit older because we're always breaking into new markets. And our executive team is incredible. There are 7 of them. They have a combined 150 years of experience in essential oils. Most of all, they lead with integrity, authenticity, and heart, wanting change around the world. So it's such a great experience to be partnered with this company. Then they're caring. So I've already kind of touched on this, how we work with the farmers and really impact communities, how we have our Healing Hands philanthropic organization or humanitarian organization where we go and we donate to different causes. We have partnerships with Days for Girls and OUR and tons of different healing organizations around the world so that we can make an impact more than just in essential oils. So that's a little bit about why we partner with doTERRA. It's why I partnered with them. Also the research and the science behind it. I did not find it very strong in the other company that I was investigating at all. So what would you like your pipeline to produce? Is it income? Is it time freedom? Is it a purpose and a passion? Whatever that is for you, feel free to take note of it in your on a notepad there. I love this quote. I wondered if someone like me from a small town who had never done direct marketing could succeed. My first class convinced me that everyone wants and needs these oils, and it's true. I just went forward with that conviction, excitedly sharing with anyone who would listen, and have found success in one living room at a time. So, yep. This is a picture of our compensation plan. It looks a little bit busy. I'm going to break down some components of it, but all of our information is transparent and found on doTERRA.com under Empowered Success. I'm going to go through the 5 different ways to earn an income. The one that's not listed here is retail. When you become a wellness advocate, and before you upgrade, talk to the person who invited you, but you can also earn from retail sales through your retail link, and everyone gets one of those for free. But we earn with Fast Start, Power of 3, a unilevel bonus, leadership pools, and then the retail sales. So 5 different ways. I qualify for all of them. Anyone can qualify for all of them depending on where they are in the business and how each month goes. So let's just talk quickly about 2 of the very quick earning capacities. This is what really helps people get launched in the business. A Fast Start bonus and a Power of 3 bonus. So basically you can break down the income into short-term income that you earn with doTERRA, like immediate income, and long-term income. What are you working on for your long-term pipeline? So our Fast Start income is what you earn right away anytime anyone enrolls with you. Enroll meaning starts their wholesale account with either a kit or the wholesale account fee or membership, where they get their products at 25% off all year long, just like you guys. So Fast Start bonus, when you help someone get started with doTERRA, so let's say you had a friend who was interested in the Family Essentials kit and they got started, you would earn 20% of the point value of that kit and any purchase they made in their first 60 days, okay? And then, so anytime anyone starts with you, you earn that. So I enrolled someone this morning. I earned 20% of what they purchased today and within their first 60 days. If you help someone in the first week of BOGOs get started and they purchase every day, you earn 20% of everything they purchase that week. So this is what really helps people get off to a good start with doTERRA and get a check in their hands really quite quickly. This commission is paid weekly, and it's for any new enrollment that you have. You, with any earning commission received with doTERRA, your requirement is that you have placed a 100-point loyalty rewards order sometime that month, preferably before the 15th, so you can get the freebie. And you must keep your cart at 100 points or more. You always have to keep 100 in your cart, otherwise the commission algorithm skips you, and you don't want that. Trust me, you'll only ever do it once, and you'll never do it again. So Fast Start, this is what gets you rocking and rolling. It's paid weekly, okay? So if you help someone get started with a Family Essentials kit and somebody else with the Natural Solutions kit, you'd easily earn $100. That quick, 2 kits. The second is more of a longer term income, but the first level of income in this bonus structure, and I'm only going to go through a few of the ways to earn income, is called Power of 3 bonus. And the way this works is you're building your residual income over time. But here's you. Actually, let me go back for a second. What I didn't tell you is when you, let's say this first person is you earning 20% and you help Sally get started and Sally says, you know what, I want to be more than a customer. I can see your vision here. I want to work with you. If Sally enrolls someone, then Sally gets 20%, you get 10%, and the person above you gets 5%. Okay, so there's a 3-tier breakdown to that. So when you help other people and they are also in the business, then you have a vested interest in them and they help you earn as well. I don't know if I explained that right, or not right, but well enough for you. If you have questions, just ask at the end. So Power of 3, here's you, here's maybe Sally, Mary, and Tom. And if all of those people in a month are placing a 100-point loyalty rewards order, that's what the majority of people place, then you would earn a $50 US bonus, which in Canadian dollars works out to at least 65, no, not 65, at least 58, depending on the month. Then once those 3 people, so this 50-point bonus can happen pretty quick. And then the next level, the 250, once those 3 people have at least 3 people under them placing that 100-point order, then you would earn a $250 bonus. And then what this picture doesn't show is after that, when all those 3 people also have 3 people, you get a $1,500 US bonus, which is like right now 1,950 Canadian dollars. So that's a pretty good chunk of most people's income. So you can earn free products and more when you support new enrollees in living, sharing, and building doTERRA. There's more information at doTERRA.com, Empowered Success. So that's the Power of 3 bonus. Now, this is called Unilevel, and this is a major difference and one of the reasons why a lot of people leave other direct sales companies and come over to doTERRA, because of our Unilevel and our Fast Start. Unilevel, I'm not going to go too in depth, but doTERRA has taken what most other direct sales companies have done and flipped it on its head. Most companies have you earning a higher percent on your front line of people. So you earn lots and you build out to the side. All this line of people, all your customers. doTERRA has encouraged us to build down in our structure so that over time we have more and more customers. So we earn a higher percent after the first 60 days of people the lower down in our organization. The reason I love this so much is not because you earn way more income, not at all. What I love so much about this is because it fosters teamwork. So if I have someone on my 7th level who says, yeah, I want to do this as a business, I'm like, absolutely, I will help you. I will support you, because it will help them grow, but it helps our whole team grow. So you earn more this way, and it really creates a teamwork attitude, and I hope that you've seen that as part of our team. And then leadership pools, these are once you hit certain ranks in the business. So there are certain leadership or milestone ranks, and it goes month by month. When I can go over this more with people who are more interested later, but silvers are, everything is broken down into a percentage of what the company pulls in globally, and silvers, gold, and platinums earn a 2% share, diamond and above 1% of the total income of the company, of the 6%. And then it's broken down even further to further shares the higher you go. Because usually the higher you go, the more leadership capacity you're in, the more people you're caring for and teaching the business and all the customers that you're taking care of. I hope that made sense. Don't worry, you do not have to memorize the business opportunity, or the compensation plan. It took me like 3 months to understand just like the basics of it. All I knew is I was sharing oils in a class and I was being sent checks. And I was like, well, this is cool. And within the first, I don't think I ever have paid for my doTERRA order after my first month, because the income that I receive more than pays for my products. So that's always my first goal with people. Let's at least get your products for free. And after that, everything's gravy. Let's see if we have a question in the chat box. No rush to answer typing so I don't forget. Do you find that most people start as customers and stay there for a while before they take a leap to become an advocate? That's a really great question, Carrie. I've seen it both ways for sure. For me, it was pretty quick. I was like, within like a week or so, I decided I was going to look at this MLM stuff, and I read this book called Go Pro, and it completely changed my mind on what MLM was, or direct sales was. And so I started immediately. Some people start immediately. I would say more often than not, people are customers first because they experience the product and they're like, wow, there's something to this. For me, the timing was perfect so that I knew I wanted to move forward, and I wanted to move forward with speed. That's just kind of the way I roll. But yeah, great question. And I do think that a lot of people start as customers first. And whatever way people start, that's perfect for them. So the next question, basically, you can, first of all, your first question was, do you want to choose to haul buckets, or do you want to create a pipeline? Your second question is, what path do you want to choose in doTERRA? If you choose this as some kind of business for you, what path do you want to choose? And also, do you choose to partner? That's the second question. The third one is choosing the path. So what level of success in doTERRA will fulfill your dreams that we talked about earlier? Time freedom, money freedom, all that. And how much time am I willing to invest to achieve that success? So here are some general guidelines, some general breakdown. When I first looked at the compensation plan, I was like, oh, I want to be a gold someday, maybe like 3 or 4 years from now. That'd be great. And that was super exciting. And then for me, I built really fast. Not everybody does, but I did. And I hit gold in 6 months. That is definitely not the typical. The averages are here. Gold is, depending on the time that you put in, gold can be 1 to 2 years, or it doesn't have the average timeline there. But if you are in this to just get your products paid for and you want to share more casually or somewhat consistently, you're looking at a 3 to 5 hour investment of time per week. Your average income would be about $365 to $393 a month. That's based on the rank of elite or premier. That's US dollars, so converted to Canadian. Your goal, if your commitment is 3 to 5 hours per week, you're looking at elite in 2 to 3 months and premier in about 6 months. Now that is totally just average. I've seen both ends of the spectrum. And you're looking at personally enrolling a few customers a month. Okay. Oopsies. Oh dear. If you are looking to supplement your income, and you have more time and that's your goal, then supplementing your income could look like $900 to $5,000 a month. With the $5,000 a month is more like gold income. And you're looking at enrolling 4 or more customers a month and finding 1 or more builders per month. So team that are willing to build a doTERRA business with you. Okay. So I just thought I was going to be here. Maybe if I could get half of my income of what I am as a physio, then I could cut down to part-time and be at home more with my kids. But then I quickly matched my income and I decided to take the route of take the leap into the full-on business. Not that everyone does, but I did. Look at all the writing on my hand. Replace your income. So what does that look like? That looks like 15 to 30 hours a week, BOGO weeks. I'm putting in more hours than that, but it's so worthwhile and so fun. You're looking at elite, silver, and then diamond in 1 to 3 years. Again, that's just averages of what people can hit. Enrolling 8 or more customers a month and finding 2 or more builders monthly. That's probably around the pace that I hit diamond in 20 months by doing that. So it's a choose your own adventure. You're not stuck in any slot. You can change at any point in time. I'm just going to jump back to the questions here for a second. The book. Yeah, the book, Amanda, is called Go Pro. It's by Eric Worre, W-O-R-R-E. He also has it in an Audible form or an audiobook. It will massively change your opinion of direct sales. I thought direct sales or MLM was a pyramid scheme like everybody else did. I thought it was like sleazy stuff because my husband's a chiropractor and everybody approaches chiropractors with selling something. And so we definitely had our guard up. But then when I looked at doTERRA, the heart, the authenticity, and the compensation plan, and then listened to GoPro, I realized that direct sales or network marketing is a powerful business model when you're with the right company. When hosting classes, is there a script you would follow or more casually showing people the top oils and how they can be used? We have both. You can casually share, and I'll talk a little bit more about this, but we also have templates to follow or class handouts that make it really easy. And I'll talk about our support in a little bit. Copy the top 10 oils. Thanks, Amanda. Yeah. Okay. Great questions, ladies. So what is the business model? How do we share? How do you do this as a business? Well, here's what you do. You use the products, then you share the products, and then you teach others about the products. That's as simple. If you break it down to the bare bones, that is what sharing doTERRA is. Using the products. You can't, if you've never used peppermint, it's going to be hard to tell someone what to use peppermint for. Although in the beginning, I didn't have a lot of oils. I had my home essentials kit, and I had to try to find health solutions for people without knowing some of the oils. So what do we do in that case? We have textbooks. It's not me making up the research. It's all pulled from the textbooks. And even now, if you come to me with a health concern, I'm going to open up my textbook and read the solutions that are backed by research and literature. So you use the products, you share, and I always use them in public too, was number one, because I just use products all the time, but you share the products with others. If your friend Betty has a headache, you give her some peppermint to try. If, Aunt May has hot flashes, you give her some Clary-Calm to try to reduce those hot flashes. If, your neighbor's kid is having a meltdown all the time, you provide some peace for her and have them try it out. And then you teach others. Then you invite them to learn and say, hey, would you like to learn some more about this? And so there are a lot of no's, but here's the thing. I never take it all personally, because when someone says, not now, or I'm not really all that interested, I just know that it means they're just not ready yet, but they will be someday, because every single person, I strongly believe this, needs essential oils in their life. doTERRA essential oils, of course. Here's our system. We have support, we have mentoring, like I said, and we have a system that we follow that I didn't have when we started, and I still made it work, but we have a system to teach you how to do this. It's very simple, and I'm not going to go into depth now. That's what all of our business calls are about for those people who do choose to get started. We teach you how to prepare. What do you need for a class? What do you need to teach someone? How do you even get started? How to invite them? What's a way to do it that's not like vomiting doTERRA and harassing people? That's not what we do. If someone is harassing you about doTERRA, don't align with them. We invite people in an easy way, and it's authentic, and we invite them to learn more. Then we teach you how to present it. What are some good ways to go through the oils, what to say, maybe what not to say, and that usually more involves don't give people too much information, because it limits their ability to make decisions. We give people information as they need it. So how to present, how to enroll, what does that even mean, how to help them get started, how to put them into a position that works in your organization, and then support, how to support your customers and your builders. And we have such a huge network on our team of other powerful leaders that we do a lot of collaboration. It's one of my favorite things. You're never in this business alone. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself if you choose to work with us. We have lots of valuable tools, and they're available on doTERRA.com. If you look in the Our Advocates section, it's under Empowered Success or Business Tools. So there's a little Healthy Can Be Simple guide. That's something you can hand out to people if you choose. The Live guide is how to go through our wellness and different products that help, and how to set people up and get them started on a healthy lifestyle. Share guide, I love to hand this out to people who are just starting in the business or who are wanting to test the waters or host a class. This is a fabulous tool. It just teaches you how to invite people and who you do invite and all of that, the nuts and bolts. Build is kind of what we went through a little bit today. This is about the doTERRA business, a little bit more depth than I went through today. And then launch. This is our business tool. This is our, here's how to start, here's how to go through all the steps. And the launch is what we talk about in our business training calls, which we normally do on Monday nights. With a book in a box, you have become the solutions provider in your home. And I really hope that you guys feel like you are solutions providers in your home. But when we help show people the top 10, at least the top 10 essential oils, and show them a textbook, and we have this kit that's available to us. It's called Class in a Box. It comes with all the tools you need to teach a class, as well as 10 5-ml wild orange samples. Yeah, it can be really easy, even if the person who's helping to get you started is not local to you. you can start a doTERRA business, whether they're by your side or not, but know that we are here for you. And the natural solutions class is one of the types of classes you can teach. So write in the chat box, do you think like this is something that you might actually be able to do? I would wager that anyone can do this business if they choose to. Here are some things that you would need to be. You'd need to be open. You need to be coachable. So you need to be willing to learn. You need to have a passion or at least a desire to help people. You don't have to have a financial desire, but that's some people why they get into it, because they would like some more income. But that's not a requirement. What else? Yeah, you just have to want to do something different. Do you feel something in your heart or your stomach that says, I'm meant for a little bit more than what I'm currently doing? And maybe you want to combine what you're doing, or maybe you just want to do it on the side because you can see the benefits of both. When I first started, I was no way quitting my physio job. I loved what I did. I felt like I'm a doctor of physiotherapy. Like, how much better will it get for me? But then some things switched for me, and I took this on full on. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but you never know. Be open to the possibility of what's there in life. It's amazing how people think 4 years is a long time to succeed in a business, but think it's all right to stay broke at a job for 40 years. This was like a whack in the side of the head for me, and I think it should be for most people. Doing this business is not, it's simple, but it's not always easy. Sometimes I'm out evenings, sometimes I'm coaching on evenings, some weekends I'm away, but I do get to be home and drop my kids off at school and pick them up and be here for other moments. And I choose to do it the way I do it. Not everyone has to follow in my footsteps, for sure. But what I know is sometimes when the going gets a little bit tough, people are like, oh, this is hard. Well, so is being broke, so is living unfulfilled, so is being miserable in a job or not being treated well in a job. So the beauty is that you get to choose. And if it's the right fit for you, awesome, we're here for you. On the back of the build guide, this is one of my favorite things. doTERRA, bringing hope, healing hearts, raising leaders, living dreams, the meaningful work of a doTERRA wellness advocate. And it really is meaningful work. Really, really is. The changes we get to make for people, the simple solutions, the financial opportunity, and the ability to change things around the world if you choose to go that route. So, are you going to choose to haul buckets or create a pipeline? Are you going to choose to partner with a company like doTERRA? Are you going to choose the level of play that you want to be involved, or the level of success that you'd like to work toward? And then the last choice is getting started. Are you going to choose to get started in sharing doTERRA with people? And that could mean one-off. That could mean, knee to knee with your friends. That could mean hosting a gathering, a party, a workshop, a class, whatever you want to word it. It never offends me when someone calls it a party. I don't care. It is a party. We have a lot of fun in this business. So it's choosing to get started, even if you're a little bit nervous, or hopefully you're gung-ho. And then the last part is, we have a lot of fun. I have this huge network and networks within the networks of beautiful people that I get to do this business with. And I feel so honored and blessed to do that. And I'm continually meeting people every single day. So if you're looking for a tribe, a family, a community to be a part of, there is no better community to be part of than doTERRA. Every time I go to an event now, no matter where it is, it feels like a reunion. I have that bond with people, that sisterhood, and everyone is positive and uplifting, and it's not people being miserable and complaining all the time. It's just not what it is. It's not the core of what doTERRA is. So we have a lot of fun. Whoops. I missed the last part. That was a few of our team at different events and conventions and leadership and elite retreats and that. And then the last part is, I just want to thank you guys for spending your evening with me here, going through information. I hope that I have answered questions for you. I hope I've also brought up questions for you that you'd like to find answers to. So what I'm going to do now is stop the recording and just see what your questions are.